pursuit of the answer. It's the fact that there's always a truth out there that we're chasing. And it's important that we teach this concept, because for you guys to become great baseball players, you're going to become great young people, you're going to grow into these types of guys, okay, that I'm so fond of. You have to be engaged in the learning process on a regular basis. That's why we ask you when we talk like this to the group that you stand at attention and you make eye contact and you have intent to learn. That's why we ask that you shake your head when you understand something, so when the person standing in front of you is teaching it, they know that you're actually understanding it so they can move on to the next topic. That's why we ask you to ask questions. Stick around after practice. Talk baseball. That's why in practice last night we had you guys watch each other, and then you went into your smaller breakout groups and you had to talk about the things you were learning from one another. It's all part of chasing the truth and becoming more knowledgeable with what we do, and it's a critical characteristic that we expect you guys to develop within this program. And the individual that was best at it this spring, the reason that we gave him the award is because he had been an outfielder in this program since the day he entered the program. And he mastered his position as a corner outfielder. Never questioned where we were putting him. He just went out there and mastered it. And pretty soon he got so good at it, he gained so much confidence that all of a sudden we needed him to play an infield position, and we stuck him at second base. And he took the confidence he had from that position and the knowledge of it, and he allowed himself to use that at this new position as he quickly tried to learn a brand new position. And I think that message and that story is important for all of us to learn, because we were all going through that at different times. Nate Miller wasn't always a catcher, but when he got into high school, he started catching. When he played for me, he didn't catch.
Nope.
Okay. Quinn Butler played for me. He played outfield. One age, he played shortstop. That didn't last long. No. When he got into college, he became a first baseman as time progressed. Okay. So things change. All right. But you have to take the confidence you have from mastering one skill and use that confidence to help you master a new skill when it's difficult. And the individual that did that the best this spring is Nico Musavi. So Nico, come on. All right, this guy's won a couple awards, I think, in the past. So it's always fun to get him up here. The Effort Award. I don't know if he's won this award yet. I think he's won some different pillars. The Effort Award. This was a tough one. This was a tough one to kind of sift through everything that happened throughout the spring and figure out who we wanted to pin this on. But effort is about, comparing yourself from one day to the next. Are you better? Is your effort better today than it was yesterday? Because if that continues to happen, we're just going to have to do nothing but improve. But that's not easy every day. We deal with different factors that make that difficult. We deal with factors of, you get in a fight with your parents right before they drop you off in the car before practice. Okay? If you get in an argument, you got to get out of the car and you got to separate and focus on practice. If something crazy happened at school that you weren't happy with, you got to show up to practice and have great effort. Are you dealing with something great that happened and it's hard for you to focus that day in practice? You got all these different things that happen every single day, and you still got to come out and provide better effort today than you had yesterday. And this guy continues to do that, whether it's going good for him on the field or bad. Whether he's asked to play one position or a different one. Every time I look up, his effort is off the charts. And as I've watched him progress as a hitter over the past year, every day or every week I start to see changes. The bat speed's better. The comfort level facing the fastball in is better. The feet are staying in the box differently. And it's all a result of just his continual effort to show up every day and continue to work at his craft. And it's starting to add up, and I'm super excited for him. So this spring's Effort Award goes to Mr. Christopher Lee. Yeah. He's up to 3 awards, by the way. All right, the fourth and final award this spring is the Belief Award. Belief in this program is about having faith in yourself. It's about having confidence in where you're headed. It's seeing things, having vision, seeing them occur before they actually occur, and it's a critical lesson for life, because no matter what we accomplish, if we don't see ourselves doing it first, we never get there. It doesn't happen the other way around. We don't hit doubles and then start to think we can hit doubles. We have to stand in the batter's box and think we can hit doubles before we start to. And then all of a sudden we start hitting doubles. And that's what belief is about. It's understanding when you work with Coach Matt Saves and he's asking you to get your hands back and the load in your swing and the field, the big muscles in the side of your rib cage and your lat and your back, engaging the swing. It's trusting in that process and having belief that it's going to take you to the right place. That's belief. It's belief in what you're doing to take you where you want to go. And that's a special thing. It's controlling your mind and having faith in what you want to accomplish. And it's the most important thing that we do out here. This Springs Award goes to an individual who has been working really hard to learn how to play a position that a lot of different components make the position difficult for a 12-year-old to learn. Third base is an incredibly intricate position. It's, in my opinion, the most intricate position on the field. Every pitch, you're supposed to stand in a different spot. You have to handle different angles on ground balls. You're asked to make really incredibly difficult throws with limited time under pressure. It's a very challenging position to play. You have to be one of the most vocal guys on the field because you can see the runners in front of you constantly and you got to communicate with your entire defense. That is an incredibly difficult skill to master for your guys' ages. This individual also on the mound I've seen make some incredible changes. And probably the final reason I decided to give him the award this spring is I've seen him get touched up a little bit on the mound earlier in the year. A little bit in the fall, a little bit early in the spring. But his belief in himself to keep going out there and pounding the fastball down in the zone for strikes consistently, not trying to pitch around contact, but attacking hitters and going after them, is probably the final reason I decided to give him the award. And I think in his last outing on the mound, he got up there and he had probably the best outing on the mound I've seen him have. He's overcome some incredible challenges where it hasn't always been easy at either position, and he's finally starting to see some of the things click for him, and I'm super happy and excited for him. So Saban, come on up here. You're our spring so, Pillar Awards for the spring. So let's give one more round of applause for you. I want to take some photos with you guys and the coaches before we get out of here, so let's make sure we do that later. I'm going to give Matt a chance to come on up here and talk real quick, and then we'll get Nate